Hello everyone, welcome to Malim Chess Kids. Today I'll show you the gameplay by Evgeny and Iulija, and the game starts with a pawn to d4, e6, c4, knight f6, knight to c3, bishop to b4, winning the knight and attacking the king. Then e3 was split, and now the back castling. Then bishop to d3, and you have a pawn to d5. Then knight to f3, and c5 was split. And here you have the sixth move, and both is equal position. And this game you have the Caro-Kann Panov-Botvinnik Attack. Then the game to continue, the pawn at c takes d5, then c takes d4, now attacking the knight. And here you have e takes d4, then the e takes d4, and now the white castling. Then bishop to g4, and again the bishop pinning the knight. Then h3 was split to attack the bishop, and here bishop to h5, then bishop to g5 from the white, and now the white is attacking the knight and pinning the knight. Then bishop to e7, and after this move here the white continue to attack and pushing the pawn to g4, attacking the bishop. Then bishop to g6, and now the bishop takes the g6 bishop, and bishop takes the g6, and the pawn h takes g6. So here the white is better as the bishop is pinning the pieces. And after capture the knight are able to capture the pawn, and with the idea of bringing the queen to b3, attacking the pawn with the double attack, and the queen also can attack the b7 better in the position. So after this, queen to b3, and here the queen have double attack, and the knight is assisting with the double attack the pawn at d5 and giving up the pressure to the black. So knight c6 was played, and now the queen takes the pawn, queen takes b7, then knight to a5, attacking the queen, and with the idea of go to c4 and attack the pawn at b2. And at this point, the beautiful move that the white play is queen to a6, and here the queen is keep on attacking the knight at the f6, and also the knight at the c will be active and able to move to capture the pawn, and also move to the square c7, and also have the idea of attacking the bishop at e7 and bring out the rook to c1 and to e1. So the game continue, knight to c4. After this, rook f to e1, then the knight takes the free pawn, and here queen to B7 with the idea of attacking the bishop and at the same time attack the knight. We have the double attack, and white is really pushing to gain the material. So bishop A3 was played to move away the bishop and at the same time protect the knight. So after this, the knight is still guarding the D5 pawn. Therefore, the white capture the knight and remove the pieces that to protect. And here you have a double attack of the pawn. So bishop takes f6, and now queen takes, and here the white winning another pawn in the exchange. So knight takes d5 and attack the queen. Then queen to d6 was played, and now the knight to e7 and check the king. And this knight is protected by the rook and also protected by the queen. So knight e7 was played and checked the king. Then the king moved to h7, and after this, the knight, another knight to g5 and check the king and bring up the knight to the active square. So after this, the white is clearly winning with pieces. Another example that the white can play is the queen can capture the rook. So if the rook to capture, then the knight will continue to check the king. So after rook capture, then the knight check, and now any move from the black, then you have the fork. For example, king to h6, then you have to capture the pawn at f7 and check the king and fork the queen. So take this, and any move, the king move back to h7, then the knight will capture the queen. So after this position, the white will be winning in the material. So another example, if the king move to h8, then the knight will again capture the pawn and check the king. And this is a fork. So the king only have one place to move, and then the knight will capture the king again, and bishop capture and winning in material again. So after king to h7, the knight to g5 check the king. Then the king to h8 was played, and after this you have the beautiful sacrifice. The first sacrifice from the white, the knight takes f7 and check the king, and this forced the black to capture with the rook, because the knight is forked the king and the queen. So therefore the black captured the knight, and after capture the knight, then the queen capture the rook and check the king. And now the king, if you block with the rook, then the king will just capture. So the king moved to h7, and after this the queen come to g8 and check the king, and this is a fork and will capture the rook. So king to h6, then queen to capture the rook. Then the knight to d3 attacking the rook, and here After this, the second sacrifice from the white is moving the knight to f5 and check the king. So knight to f5 was played and check the king. And if the king move to g5, then the white will continue to check by playing h4. And if the king capture the pawn, then the rook will bring into the action, rook to e4 and check the king. And now king to h5, then the queen will just take the pawn, and here you have the checkmate. So any move from the black, for example, you can just check, then the king capture, and now bishop will go again to check, then you can just use a knight to check, capture the bishop, and the game will be a winning for the white. So now knight to f4, then the rook will just capture, and after this any move from the black, then you have the checkmate, queen to h7. So after this check, in the actual game, the black capture the knight to h5 and checkmate the king. And with this, thank you.